Checking in with the American Red Cross, and we've got the Area Executive Director, Olivia Lusher, with us today. And thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so, we've had some, I don't want to say many, because no disaster is many, but disasters happening throughout the area. Out west at Yellowstone, all that flooding. Locally, we had that derecho and all that damage done. You really could still need volunteers to help out with this kind of thing, right? So tell us about what the Red Cross does and what kind of teams people can volunteer for.
Absolutely. I encourage anytime you need our work, please call 1-800-RED-CROSS. But also now more than ever, we still need volunteers. So there are times and instances that our volunteers deploy, but we need you guys locally. So the derecho last week, it was all hands on deck. And what a better way to have the community come around and support your neighbors is by volunteering. So if that interests you, especially those who are impacted, what a great way to just give back to your community. So I'd encourage everyone to see what the volunteering's like and see if it's something you want to do. 1-800-RED-CROSS, anytime.
I assume there are different areas, so if you have an interest in something or you have a special skill that you could probably use them anywhere, what are the big areas that you need more volunteers?
Absolutely. Specific to disasters, we have everything from what we call canteening. So just going out and about and giving the water and the snacks and just an element of camaraderie. But also we have things like if you deploy, you could do sheltering work. And we do here locally when it necessitates sheltering, we do open shelters. So you could be a shelter worker. Sometimes we just have people drive around in our herb, and that's the emergency vehicle. And really that's just to get out, be present, let people know that we're here. Those of you in healthcare, we also have specialties. So if you're in mental health services or any kind of medical services, we could use that kind of volunteering. We also have spiritual care. So if you're in that type of industry, we invite you to use those skills that were given to you. So we will find a way to have you volunteer if that interests you.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes some of the instance, the disasters, whatever might happen, you need shelters. Like even when it was really hot, we had cooling places that we needed. Mm-hmm. If you know a place is available for that kind of thing, should they contact you if you're willing to open up your facility or your gym or a church or whatever?
Absolutely. And we are actually trying something on Thursday. We haven't done it before, but here in Fort Wayne, we are going to do a mock sheltering just so the community sees what it's like to actually put on a shelter. And that's something we could do in Ohio too, because whether you're a school or you're a business or you're a church, if you were a shelter in the past, reconnect with us. If you haven't been and you want to, connect with us. And what we want to do is really empower the community to know what it means to shelter, what kind of volunteerism goes into sheltering. And so we're looking as we get into July and August doing similar events. A DAT recruitment day, so people know what it means to be a volunteer, but also doing a mock sheltering so people know all the moving parts that go into planning a sheltering. Because when the emergency happens, we pivot that quickly. So the more we can prepare on the front end, the easier it'll be to get the shelter up and running in the actual emergency.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure for the Red Cross, the more of those shelters and facilities that are available, it makes it easier for you and the people who need it.
Absolutely. In an ideal world, we would love to have a call down list that, 10, 12 organizations that know and are prepared to be a shelter. And when the emergency comes, they're just on speed dial and we connect that quickly. Mm-hmm. So that'd be ideal.
That would be ideal. All right, Olivia, thanks very much for sharing today with us.
Thank you.
All
Stay
right.
cool. It's hot.
Yeah, really. Don't go away. Noon Edition continues in a moment.